How's it going, everyone? I'm Zfast, and today we're going to be comparing the Terrorbird and the Ravager in another episode of Arc Insight. So the first test we have is this text hasn't loaded. Okay, so the first test we have is the health test. This is how much health these guys have and how much they get. So the Ravager has 400 health, and each time you pump it, each time you press this, you get plus 5.4% health. And the Terrorbird has 270 health, which is a lot less than the Ravager. The Ravager is much more of a tank. You can take a lot more hits. Next we have the turning radius test. This is how well they can turn on the spot. Or just turn, because most of them can't turn on the spot. So first, the Ravager. He's pretty good when he's walking. He almost turns on the spot. He basically does. And same with sprinting. So the Ravager is really good for turning around. The Terrorbird, he's still pretty good, but he's not as good as the Ravager. Yeah, definitely. So the Terrorbird and the Ravager are good at turning, but the Ravager is still a lot better. Next we're at the movement test. This is how many laps they can go from here, this pillar, to that pillar, before running out of stamina. So it's a combination of movement speed and stamina. They both have 135 movement speed. Oh no, he has 120. That's weird. So that's how you get them at level 1. And the Terrorbird starts with 160 stamina, and the Ravager starts with 350 stamina. So the Ravager is probably going to win this. So every time they get to one pillar, it counts as one lap. So that's one lap there. Oh, it's so bright. 2 laps. 3 laps. I'll turn this back on. 4 laps. He's gonna go for a long time. Pretty sure he's gonna beat the Terrorbird. They both get plus 10% stamina each time you pump it. So the Ravager will always have more stamina. No, I lost count. That's like 8 or something. 9. 10. He's gonna run out soon. Oh, he did make 11. I'll just move him out of the way. What? Okay. Now the Terrorbird. Terrorbird, I think it's faster, but the stamina isn't as good. So that's 2 laps. And the Terrorbird has a smaller percentage of movement speed. So yeah, the Terrorbird is faster than the Ravager. Yeah, the Ravager wins this one. Oh, okay. He probably would have made it to that pillar if it wasn't for this ledge thing here. So the Ravager is better for traveling. He's not as fast, I don't think, but they're really similar. But the Ravager has a lot more stamina. Now here at the damage test. This is how much damage they can do, how fast they can do it. So that's the Ravager. Wait, I'll check. So he has 149.5 melee damage percent, and he has 175. That's weird. So for some reason, the Terrorbird has a higher percentage of melee damage. So the Ravager does 37, and he attacks. It's not fast, but it's not too slow either. The Terrorbird attacks really fast. But how much does he do? Oh, he does 31. So the Terrorbird does a lot more damage than the Ravager. but when the Ravager is in packs, they get a pack boost, pack bonus, so the Ravagers do a lot more damage when they're in a pack. And when they're in the wild, they also have their Nash attack, which does like 10% of the creature's health. It's the bleed effect that they do. So the Terror Bird alone, the Terror Bird does more damage, but the Ravager, when he's in a pack, he's a lot stronger. We're here at the swimming test now. This is, I'm gonna get him down, there you go. So this is how long it takes them to swim from here, this pillar, to that pillar. I'll put a timer up on the screen. So, I've swam with the Ravager before in a Arc Insight, and he's won all the times, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I don't know if the Terror Bird will beat him. So yeah, that's pretty good for the Ravager. I'll be back with the Terror Bird. Okay, we're here with the Terror Bird now. Oh, whoops. I started a bit after. Oh, turn around. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Actually, he's going pretty fast. Might be better than the Ravager, even though he only has 2 legs. And he's not using his wings. He like bops his head as he swims. So, I don't know which one's faster, because I can't see the timer yet, but you guys will see. I think the Terror Bird is a faster swimmer. Next is the ability test. This is the dino's creature's abilities, what they are and how many, and all that, how good they are. So first we'll do the Ravager. He can jump. It's a pretty good jump. It takes him pretty far and he can go really high with it. And he also gets the pack boost thing when he's with more than one Ravager. And the Alpha gets a lot more damage and damage reduction, so when it's done to him. And they also have this, with this thing, so he has this, the bite and the swipe. The bite is, I think it's faster, but the swipe, you can't do it while you're running. I'm trying now, but it won't let me. And the bite, you can do while you're running, but when you're swimming, you can't bite, but you can swipe. And they also have a roar. When they do that, the rest of the pack roars with them. And they can also, in Aberration, they can climb zip lines. Oh, I missed. You have to wait for the crosshair and you press space. So they can go up it, and they can go down. There you go. They can just slide down. They can also do that with the vines. Okay, I'll go to the Terror Bird. Okay, you got the Terror Bird. For the Terror Bird, you can jump, and I think that's it. So yeah, he can jump, but with his jump, I'll just wait for stamina. So with his jump, you can hold it, but then he does this hover thing, and he does this weird thing with his face. So yeah, the hover thing's pretty good. You can also use it to get around faster, but sometimes when you land after doing it, you lose a lot of stamina. That time I landed in the water, so the stamina didn't go down much. But when you land on the land, then you lose quite a lot of stamina. I'm trying to show you now. And the hovering uses a lot less stamina than running, so that's good. So when he lands, I didn't use that much that time. So the Terror Bird is good for traveling because he has this thing, but in Aberration, the Ravager is better for traveling because he can use the zip lines. Next we have the utility test. So this is how well they can gather things and how well they can carry things as well. So their weight. So first the Ravager, their weight is 500, and it goes up by the same for both of them. Goes up by 4%. And the Terror Bird has 120 weight. So the Ravager is like 4 times better than the Terror Bird for carrying things. So when you tame a level 1 Terror Bird, you probably can't even ride him because his weight would be bad. I'm in creative mood right now, so I can. And the Ravager, we'll talk about. First I'll say the Ravager's ability. So they have a thing where these objects, these materials, they weigh a lot less on him, 50% less. So they're half as heavy as they are usually. So he does this to wood, fungal wood, thatch, metal, green gems, fiber, crystal, obsidian, and stone. So he's super good at carrying stuff. And he gathers... I'll just try and kill something. He gathers better than the Terror Bird as well. Okay, so he gets meat and hide, obviously, but they're pretty close together, that amount he gathers. I'll see with his right click how much he gathers, if it's the same. So the Terror Bird also collects about the same. Okay, so with the swipe attack, they're swimming away now. With the swipe attack, he only gets meat. And the Terror Bird, he also collects the same. Like he gets meat and hide at around the same amount, but he gets a lot less of it. So I'll get him right now. Look for another Parasaur. Where'd they go? Oh, there. Oh yeah, if you hover down, you won't take full damage, so that's useful. But the Ravager takes like no full damage anyway. Okay. So he killed him previously. And he got 38 meat and 36 hide. So it's actually pretty similar. So the Terror Bird gathers basically the same as the Ravager with the primary attack. But if you want to collect more meat, then the other two materials, I mean, if you want to collect just meat and not hide, then the Ravager can do that. Go back to him. I forgot to show you this in the ability test. But when they jump from a high place, they take like no damage. Oh, that did actually no damage. And that was pretty high. That would have killed like a person if I jumped from that high. The player. Here, it'll actually hurt me. But it'll do like half a point of damage. Yeah, it did like 9 damage. 0.9 damage. So the Ravager, he takes basically no damage from falling, but the Terror Bird can also hover, and they're both pretty good at gathering. The Terror Bird just can't gather meat on its own, while the Ravager can, and the Ravager can carry a lot more, like 10 times more, because he also gets that weight reduction ability. We're now here at the appearance test. This is how well they look. This is my opinion. In the comments you can say which you think looks better. So I would have said Terror Bird, because I just prefer how they look with the feathers and stuff. And the Ravager, he has like these spikes and things. So I was going to say Terror Bird, but they do this really weird thing. I don't think... Okay, so you can't see it normally, but if you're in creative mode and you try and run around like while you're flying, their feet do this like really weird spring thing. It looks disgusting. So yeah, but you won't get that if you're playing without cheats. Because in creative mode you can fly, and just then I was using it to fly. So usually you wouldn't see that. So I'd still say I prefer the Terror Bird over the Ravager. But the Ravager is pretty cool as well, with his ears and teeth. I think I'm kind of sick of seeing the Ravager because I played so much Aberration. So I think I'll actually say it's a draw. But you guys can tell me what you think in the comments below. But now here at the difficulty test, this is a S class mannequin. So this is how hard it was to tame them. Oh no. What are they doing? Why are you on passively? Oh, that was so weird. I'll be back once I get them back. Okay, I'm back. That was so weird. I think they were on attack my target, but they like glitched out or something. So the difficulty test is how hard it was to tame them. So the Ravager, I'd say it's harder. 100 torpor, 500, yeah. The Ravager is harder because they're so strong in the wild, especially with the Nash attack, the bleeding effect thing. And so whenever you see Ravagers, they're in they're in like big packs, like packs of 4. So it's really hard to bowler them all. And the Terrorbird, they usually come in like pairs of 2, so it's easier to bowler them. And the Terrorbirds have a lot less stamina than the Ravager, and they don't have a Nash attack. They're a lot weaker. It sucks that you can't keep the Nash attack when they're tamed. That'd be so strong. The second last test right now is the stat table. It's not really a test, but I'll put the... what was that? I'll put the stat tables on the screen so you can see their stats for yourself. I'll put Terrorbird over here, Ravager here. So this is just like what I've been saying this whole time, except it's just numbers. So you don't actually know how fast they went and stuff, which is why you're here for the video. Which email is that? Oh, wrong one. So if you want to see it for longer, you'll have to pause the video, because we're going on to the last test now. Okay, over here at the arena, we're gonna have a 1v1 with the Ravager and Terrorbird, both level 1 tamed stats. Okay. Yeah, the Terrorbird's a lot faster. I actually don't know who will win. Oh, I think the Ravager. Actually, oh yeah, it is the Ravager. Much health. Oh, 55. So close. I'll try a 2v2 Ravager would win because of the pack bonus. I'll try a 2v3. Okay, we're here with 2 Ravagers and 3 Terrorbirds. Both sides are mate boosted. Okay, I need 2, basically. I did only 2 Ravagers because they get the pack boost, and there's more than one of them. Oh, okay, the Ravagers run. So if I did a 2v2 they would have destroyed, but they still did destroy. We'll do a 2v4. Okay, we're back with 4 Terrorbirds and 2 Ravagers. That Ravager looks really nice. The white and blue one is kind of blue. Okay. I think the Ravagers might win again, but we'll see. Okay. The problem is Ravagers, their attack is so wide, which is good for them. Oh, the Terrorbird's actually won this time. So he has 23 health, 24 health, 28, and 140. So the Ravagers are stronger than the Terrorbirds, but they're not a lot stronger. If you guys enjoyed the video and want to see more Ark Insight, subscribing and helping really helps me out, and I'll see you guys next one.